What's up everyone, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you like what you see. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification button for more updates, movie spoiler reviews, or any short films that I create and post up. Please watch out for those as well. Check them out in my video section. Hit me up in the comments on any of my videos if you want to have a conversation on anything that I talk about, anything that I put up as far as short films. Let me know what you think about the short films, what you think about the movie spoiler reviews that I've made, or any of the films that I talk about. Let's have a conversation, keep it professional, and give a thumbs up if you like the videos. So yeah, let's get straight to it. And to everyone who's been returning to my YouTube channel and watching my videos, can't forget you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep it up. It means a lot. And now let's get straight to it. Fast X, as I've mentioned in Dungeons and Dragons, the movie spoiler review vid that I saw for Fast X, and I was going to do a review on it. Again, I've seen so many movies recently, so that's why I've been able to crank them out. But yeah, crank out movie spoiler reviews vids. But yeah, Fast X, to be honest, I found it entertaining. I enjoyed it, and I saw it in 4DX, which I guess made it more entertaining because, you know, especially with the whole cars and riding and the crashing and all that, the chairs is bumping, and you know, you kind of feel like you're there, I guess you can say. So it's like, it made it more entertaining. I would say watch it in 4DX if you can. Any of the Fast and the Furious franchise movies, it's the best way to do it, in my opinion. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than Fast 9, to be honest. Fast X saw Jason Momoa, or sees Jason Momoa as the villain, Dante, who is the son of the villain in Fast 5. And they give you a whole exposition. Is that what it is? It's exposition in the beginning and why we didn't see him, but pretty much you get like a flashback of what happened in Fast 5 at the end, and then where he was at and what happens to him, and then why he's the villain of pretty much Fast X. He basically wants revenge on Dom and company for stealing the money and killing his father. Now Dante is a bit mental. He's, you know, Jason Momoa is, I've never seen Jason Momoa like this in character, with his character. I'm not saying I'm not surprised. I think it was something that he could pull off, and I'm not surprised that it was a character choice. Whether it's written for him and he just went with it, or he had his own say in it. It's like I have a cousin who said that he was done dirty. He said Jason Momoa was done dirty. And I'm like, how was he done dirty if this was the first introduction of him? And it's not like we got another film where he's back and he's just a completely different character and he's this way. And it's like, it makes no sense. To me, this was the character that we were given. And I'm sure he had a say in it. He looked like he had fun. So how was he done dirty? I don't know if I'm looking into it in a different way than what he means, but I'm like, you can't say an actor was done dirty if they're playing a character for the first time and they agreed to it. You know what I mean? He signed up to it, so how are you done dirty? You wanted to see Jason Momoa as Aquaman, as Hercules, Conan the Barbarian, like characters like that. Like, no, this is different for Jason Momoa. I like that he's portraying a new character, something that we don't really see him do. So how are you done dirty? And I'm not shading you, cuzzo, but I'm just saying I don't agree with that comment. And then I had another cousin, and you know who you are, who was like, oh, but the movie wasn't that good, or wasn't good, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, but that's not what the discussion is about, it being good or not. You know, your opinion is fine, but that had nothing to do with the whole idea of him being done dirty. So no shades to you guys, but yeah, you know, my cousin didn't like it. And I don't know, I liked the film, and has valid reasons for not liking it, my cousin. But as far as me, I enjoyed it. It's ridiculous. You know, it has its pros and cons. The pros is that it's entertaining. The cast is all great. Most of the cast returns from the other Fast and the Furious franchise, as far as villains / heroes that we've gotten from the recent films, and specifically Gal Gadot, that she's back, and you thought she died, and how are they going to explain that? I don't know, but I'm interested to see how they're going to explain it. Am I going to roll my eyes, or I'm going to be like, okay, whatever, I guess. But it's like, can't you just kill these characters? Because nobody's severely injuring themselves with these crazy stunts, and you can't even kill the characters. Jacob got to die. The way he sacrificed himself, there's no way he... Come on, you got to have to kill Jacob, played by John Cena. You know, he's a character that was introduced in the last film as the serious guy, and, you know, wants revenge on Dom, his brother. And basically in this film, you know, he's realized at the ending of the last film, now he's, changed and all that, but he's a completely different character now. You didn't get a sense of, oh, this is the person that was in the last film. This is what I can say, and I'm not even saying he was done dirty, but to me, that's a lot more logical than Jason Momoa being done dirty when he was just introduced as this character. Now, for him, John Cena, I like that he was, more serious in the last film, but in this film, he's basically John Cena that you kind of might have seen in other films, you know what I mean? And that's not saying that's a bad thing, but you kind of get that, okay, well, I know this John Cena. He's outgoing, he's funny, seems fun to be around, so. But anyways, and you got the other returning cast, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese, Ludacris, the actress that was in Game of Thrones, and the actor who played Han. They're all back, and they're all great. And you have cameos. Again, cameo was Gal Gadot returning at the end. You had Pete Davidson cameo, which, to be honest with you, that scene was unnecessary. I think they could have cut that scene out or done something else a lot more interesting, because I just thought that was there as a filler, and it did nothing for me. Like, they were trying to figure something out, and I guess the point of them going there, they didn't figure out, and then didn't figure it out, and then the person was like, hey, well, we can go here. Like, they could have just done that whole Pete Davidson cameo and that whole scene. They could have just cut that out, save time and money. But other than that, like, I like what I saw. I like the whole Dante thing, getting revenge. The whole thing with Michelle Rodriguez and Charlize Theron, Cypher and Letty, when they were in the prison, it's like, okay, I'm stuck with you. But then they gotta like help each other to escape. But then there was a whole fight scene which made no sense. So it's like, you do a whole fight scene to realize, oh, I'm in Antarctica, and then you go back down, and she has jackets all of a sudden. And it's like, so why did you guys fight in the first place? Why weren't you helping each other? Did I miss something? You were supposed to escape. From what I originally thought was like, let's fight each other and make it look like we're fighting for such a reason for whoever comes, so that they can be like, okay, they're not working together. But then even then, that would have made sense. I really don't know why we had that fight scene. We just got it just to get it. It didn't make any sense to me. So there was some things that I'm just like, aside from the crazy physics and people not really dying when they should, or getting severely injured when they should, there was just some questionable scenes that just didn't need to be there. You have, and is it Alan Richardson? Alan Ritchie. He plays in Reacher, the show Reacher. Big dude. He's now also in the film, which apparently he's working with Jason Momoa's character, which I didn't even see coming. That was the twist. Originally, I read that he was supposed to be Jason Momoa's brother, which I'm glad they didn't go with, because this whole thing with family, it's just what this franchise is about now. It's family. You kill my family, or I'm gonna get revenge, brother. Like, this whole thing is just family. That's what the theme is. It's just alright already. I can't tell you how many times the family word has been used, and it's pretty annoying. But I enjoyed it. I liked the set pieces of where they were going, different countries and areas, and it's just, I found it entertaining. I was engaged, and I'm definitely going to see the next film if I can, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with this. Now with the cliffhanger where Dom and his son went down the dam, which is the only time they had like a seatbelt strap. The whole film, no seatbelts are used at all, and it's like, so you're able to do all these stunts, these things without a seatbelt and not hurt yourself. So ridiculous. I hated that. One of my cons. Did I mention that already? The seatbelt thing. Never used the seatbelt until the whole dam scene, and I was really looking to see if these characters were wearing seatbelts. But then I guess the dam is about to it's about to explode, and Dom and his son is at the bottom, and I'm guessing it's going to be a big set piece where they got to escape. I don't know how they're going to explain that or how they're going to do that, but I can only imagine. But again, I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. It's ridiculous, but you just want to go watch something and have fun. Go watch it in 4DX if you can, and just enjoy it, for the laughs. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't take the film too seriously. Just enjoy it, or don't enjoy it because it's just not your thing, which is fine. But I didn't like the franchise until the fourth film. I didn't care for the first one. I've seen it once. I don't want to see it again. I don't care for it. It's just not my thing. I did appreciate Too Fast, Too Furious. After years, I went back to watching it, and I did like it. Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, seen pieces. I don't care. The cast doesn't do anything for me. I didn't like it until the fourth film, and Fast 5 is my favorite still to this day. Speaking of, Dwayne Johnson is back. He was in the credits scene, after credits, post credits. He's back now, and I'm just like, I thought you didn't want to be in a film. Was that just publicity? I don't know. Maybe because Black Adam didn't do what he was hoping for. Thankfully, for you, for business, you wanted to create things. You never want to talk crap about other people's work and having success. But from the franchise of DC Universe and what he was trying to do, I just wasn't for me. It just felt selfish. I don't know. I'm just glad he's not in control anymore, because it just, no. But now he's back, Fast and the Furious franchise. And to be honest, I don't really care for his character. Just, the whole just popping up in different franchises. And it's like, I'm the type of person, I don't like too much of the same face, is what I'm getting at. It's not just him. I've seen that throughout the years with, actors. And, I'm just like, I like your work. I can sit down and watch, what you do. It's entertaining. Certain films, I like the films and whatnot. But it's just like, all right already. I'm kind of over it. Give it to somebody else. You're just, and I get it. You got to make money. You got to get it while you're hot. And I get it. But it's just, for me personally, I'm just like, here we go again. But again, it's not to crap on Dwayne Johnson. I like his films. I can't say I don't like a lot of his films. I like a lot of his films, but just lately, I'm just like, all right, I want to see new faces. This is what I'm getting at. But it's all good. I'm not trying to crap on him. I'm not trying to do any of that. But Fast and the Furious, Fast X, the Fast and Furious franchise, of course, is continuing. 2 more to end this franchise, but apparently there's supposed to be spin-offs that Vin Diesel mentioned. And they're mentioning the all-female cast, I guess, from the current females that we've gotten in the films. And that was something that was talked about way years ago, and now it's brought up again. So that's probably one of the franchise or spin-offs that he's talking about. But I'm just like, do we need it? Like, I'd rather see another Riddick movie. Chronicles of Riddick, that franchise. I'd rather see another Riddick movie than another Fast and the Furious franchise, which, I wouldn't even call it Fast and Furious no more. They should have stopped that Fast and Furious. And then if they wanted to do something with Fast 5 with the same cast, just take that idea that had nothing to do with the previous films, but make it its own new thing, it would have been an interesting new franchise that just wasn't Fast and the Furious. Because then you would get the idea that people would have been like, oh, how you go from street racing to this now, when it could have just been bam, straight on. Even if you're gonna have the ridiculousness with the cars and stuff, same cast. But of course, people probably be like, but this is a Fast and Furious film, no? So I guess it wouldn't have mattered. But anyways, that was just my thought on that. But here we are, 11 films. That's Fast 1 through 10, Fast and Furious 1 through 10, and then Hobbs and Shaw, 2 more, and then spin-offs. And you know what? If it's making money, you're just gonna have to continue to make more until you stop making money. I mean, you make stuff for hopefully the passion and the love of the craft, but at the same time to make money, because you need to make money. You need to eat. You need to have a living. So I get it. But anyways, that's my take on Fast and the Furious. What did you think of it? Let me know. Fast X, rather. That's my take, and let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree that they should continue the franchise even after Fast 12 with spin-offs? Do you want to see certain characters have spin-off films? Or, who you want? What do you want to see? Should characters die in the next 2 films, like actually stay dead? Or what is your take? So let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. Until next time, later.